guys, and welcome to Art from the Heart. And today is something very special because guess what? It is our very first class, you and me, doing art together. So, let's get started. So, this specific project is to be made to reuse and recycle old books. It could be a hardcover book, or it could be a softcover. Doesn't matter. It could be a magazine. And what it's basically supposed to do is it's supposed to breathe new life onto it. Like it could be abstract. It can be trees. It could be even like, again, abstract. It could be flowers. That's the great thing about it. Now, I am an abstract artist. So as an abstract artist, nothing has to be specific or perfect. So today we're going to be doing abstract art. And guess what? I myself am abstract. I am an abstract piece of art. And you are too. That's what makes you so special. So, let's get started. Okay. Materials. You can use many things. You can use pencil crayons. You can use pencils. You can use markers. You can use oil pastels. It can be anything you want. But for me, I'm going to be using, it could be paintbrushes. But I will be using a classic acrylic paint and a palette knife. Now, palette knives are quite cool. It's basically a thin piece of metal that can easily make a nice smooth motion. And they come in different sizes. I love this one because it's like a triangle shape. There is I call this the cake palette knife because this is what they use to, apply the icing or the frosting. Got a thin one. Got a plastic one. There's so many. But I love using the triangle. It's more of a diamond or like a kite. But it's still a palette knife. So, are you guys ready? Let's get started. So, first things first. I have with me right now yellow, black, orange, and green. Pretty cool colors. Not bad. So, what are we going to do? Let me think. I thought of an idea. Why don't we paint flowers? But not just any flower. Let's do a flower that I love so much. And they're called daffodils. And I bet you're wondering, what's a daffodil? Now, a daffodil has six yellow petals. It's a very pretty flower. But not any daffodil we're going to do. We're going to do a daffodil called a sunset daffodil. And like I said, still has 6 sides, but the inside has something called a trumpet. And I bet you're wondering, a trumpet? A musical instrument? Why is there a trumpet in my sunset daffodil? But it's not an actual trumpet. It's more the shape of the trumpet. It has a circle, and then it stretches down, just like a trumpet. Pretty cool. So today we're going to create sunset daffodils with stems. So, here we go. I'm going to be using yellow and my palette knife to create the 6 petals. And what you want to do is that you want to create, I'm going to say I want to have 4 petals. Oh wait, sorry, 4 flowers. Because guess what? A daffodil doesn't have 4 petals, it has 6 petals. Silly me. So, got my palette knife. And what I'm basically going to do is I want to create those 6 petals. So I'm going to create an inside. And I don't want it to be too much like a star, because it would look like a star. I want it to just have 6 sides, but like look abstract. Kind of like this, how it's going so far. Just like that. If you want, you could just do this. Small one. and one here. Okay, got 4. Pretty cool. I'm going to grab a tissue and quickly wipe off my paddle knife. Now, I want to create the orange center. Now, the orange center with a paddle knife, I'm just going to do like a quick flick. Just like a quick flick. Quick flick. Quick flick. Quick flick. Quite simple. Not too bad. And while it's drying, I'm going to just hand dry it just for a second. I'm going to create our background. Now, stems usually are just like this. But that's not how we're going to grow it. It's sort of like a wall of vines. Think of it as like a wall of vines. And the vines are growing daffodils. And they're going everywhere. So I'm going this way. So I'm going this way. And here's an important part. They never go straight. It's always abstract. So they kind of go in a curve. They can go straight. They can't go straight. But most of them go like a curve. Not like this, a curve. I'm going to turn it now, not like this, like this, vertically. And what I'm going to do is that with my vertical palette knife, I'm going to start at a flower. I'm going to create a stem. And then where the flower would end, I would create a stem going there. Pretty good. Okay, I'm going to create a stem going this way. Then it kind of curves this way. And that's pretty strange. I'm going to create one going maybe through here. This way. To this way. And they can go off the painting. They can go here and maybe stretch over there. It doesn't have to reach the bottom. I'm going to just do one here. And it starts over here. Just like that. Oh, wait. Let's do one more. One going this way. And it goes here. Then over here. Bam. Just a whole bunch. But black won't cut it. I need to do some green. So I'm going to get some green. And I'm going to do the same thing as I was doing before. And I'm just going to gently apply it. Maybe one goes this way. Maybe merges in between the black. You don't know. It could go over. I recommend trying to go over some of them because guess what? This is abstract. And you don't want them all perfect. And they always grow in somewhat X's, like X's. Some go this way, some go this way. And it's just supposed to just add that green is just supposed to add like a touch of flavor. Boom. Some flavor to the painting. So, I did them. They're looking pretty fine if I say so myself. Bright and colorful. Very, very pretty. And now we've created our things. We're not done. We're definitely not done. So now I want you to grab a piece of paper or a tissue paper or a cloth. And basically I'm just going to use just a recycled serviette. Pretty cool. So now here's the thing. I want to be very, very careful because this recycled serviette is very thin. But also, you don't want to absorb all of the color. So I'm going to gently apply it. I'm gently going to pat it. Pat. See? And you'll see some of the lines. And you want to just maybe do a bit of pressure on those lines so you get them. But you don't want to put pressure on your flowers.
Explain to them why.
Now, the reason why you don't apply pressure on your flowers is that you will absorb all of the color and it will become a very, very, very bland and weird brown looking flower. And it might even absorb the black. So you got to be extra careful. So now that we did our yellow, it's still not done. You know what it needs? It needs tiny little buds of the flowers. So I'm going to get my palette knife. And on certain areas, be careful around the black. So you don't want to create brown, grayish brown Petals, you can if you want. It's abstract art. You could do whatever you want. But for me, I don't like brown. So I'm going to apply, boop, just a dot. One over here, boop, a dot. One over here, boop, a dot. Boop. Just like that. I'm going to apply maybe like 5 or 6 or 7. You go with the flow. You do you. And now, grab the orange. And I'm gently, very, very closely going to boop, 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 and boop. There you go. Now, usually, I would usually just blot the orange dot, but the orange is sort of laying on top of the yellow. So if I absorb it, or if I blot it, then I will absorb the orange, and you'll just get like just a yellow dot. And you don't want a yellow dot because you're creating sunset daffodils. So you want to have just that orange center, and you can leave it just like that. Just keep your book open. And here we go. I'm going to show. I'm going to be careful because I don't want them leaking everywhere. Pretty fresh. Pretty cool. I really love creating daffodils. They're so pretty and very, 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 very bright in color. You know, I heard if you look at a field of sunset daffodils, it looks like you're staring at the sunset on the ground. And that is something that's super cool. Oh my gosh. I would stare at that for hours. Wouldn't you? I bet you would too. So, the great thing about this piece is that you can still see the words underneath the painting. And this is what I mean by breathing a fresh, new breath of life on it. Instead of just getting rid of it and just painting it like white and restarting off of it, instead you keep the old, not ancient, but very old wise words, and you're basically just giving it new life, but also still keeping that wise feeling. Because everything's feeling in art. Always feeling. So, that was our first class. I really enjoyed teaching you, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because it's always good that the artist and the art teacher always share a mutual connection and a mutual interest in the art. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining from joining Art from the Heart, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!